Good evening and welcome to Back to the Past election night coverage. It's been a fantastic week and a very exciting one for fans of comic books as the Avengers versus the X-Men took place here last Thursday night in a debate and rally. It was a fantastic evening, and now all we're waiting for is for those polling results to finally become official and give us the results we're looking for. Hopefully those results are going to start coming across the wire as we speak. But in the meantime, let's look into what this event is really all about. Avengers and X-Men. Two teams that are normally found on the same side of any issue, but not this time. This time something is going to happen that will rock these two teams to their very core values. The Avengers, government sanctioned, seen here speaking directly to the president and sharing a global threat, something that they need to protect the planet from, and that is the Phoenix Force, a devastating effect that could threaten every man, woman, and child on Earth. And yet, to the X-Men, the Phoenix Force represents hope, represents rebirth, represents new possibilities. And the X-Men aren't necessarily going to back down from embracing the Phoenix Force and seeing what it might mean to mutant kind. And there you have a little bit of the information about just how much is on the line, which is why these crowds are so passionate about their side of the issue. And just as we've come back from that spot, we found that about 20% of the votes are accounted for, and at this stage, the tally is X-Men with 12% of the vote, Avengers with 10%. Now these are early poll numbers, and they could certainly change as we carry on, but at least at this stage, the X-Men have a 2% lead on the vote. But getting back to the crowd and the passions of those folks who are involved in the rallying, let's go back to Thursday night and talk to some of those folks and see how they feel about this issue. Why is that?
Because the Avengers wouldn't blow up New York City. The X-Men would.
And did you come in with a favorite team tonight?
Oh, you might say that.
You might say so?
Just because they're cuter than the X-Men. I don't really care any other way.
There you go.
I don't know yet.
Really? So you're waiting to hear the points of the debate?
That's right.
Make up your mind?
Does that mean you're undecided, sir?
Look,
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Thunderbolt.
So
You're nobody to me.
What might they say that would...
I'm talking to you, man.
They are Earth's mightiest heroes.
Okay.
End of story.
Because they got a movie coming out and they're a hell of a good comic book and I love them to death. Much
Now,
better than
do you think the...
That's right.
If you go against Captain America, you hate America.
Once again, you take a camera into a crowd of people and you're never sure what you're going to get out of it. But there you have a few of the attitudes in the crowd leading up to the rally, or throughout the rally, and leading up to the debate. Now, during that segment, we received our next poll information, and now with about 30% of the vote turned in, we are in a dead heat, a 15% deadlock on both sides. The Avengers and the X-Men all tied up. This could go either way. Now that crowd was very interested in what the debaters would have to say. And so certainly the highlight of the evening was going to be the debate between Tony Stark representing the Avengers and Scott Summers representing the X-Men. Here's a few highlights of that debate. See what you think.
Thank you all so much, Mr. Summers. I see that Professor X is accompanying you tonight. Do you have anything you'd like to say, Professor X?
Hello, people of Redford. Thank you for such a warm welcome. As I can likely wipe your minds clean with the merest of thoughts, I say, vote X-Men.
Thank you.
3 words. Earth's mightiest heroes. Enough said. I concede the rest of my opening speech. Well, Hank Pym insisted on coming along, so let me get him out of my pocket here. Hank, you have anything to say to this crowd?
You bet I insisted on coming. Summers, you stooge. You know darn well why I'm here. Stark, put me down. I want to look him in his eye and get changed for the occasion.
Here you go.
I wanted to organize a softball game between Avengers Academy and the X-Kids, and you said no! That's more Wolverine's business. You blew me off, Summers, and another thing! Well, now we've met all of you, let's begin
From Annihilation. First, the Kree invasion. Defeated. And that so-called Skrull secret invasion? Discovered, revealed, and beaten. And number 3, let's see, what's that third one?
We avoid disaster every time we stop She-Hulk from cooking.
No.
Pym, aren't you the guy that created the evil robot Ultron?
No, it definitely wasn't.
Wrong, Ant-Man.
to start, you did say 3 examples, sir.
Yes, I did. But you know what? I'm going to have my secretary Pepper get back to you on the third one. And our Avengers Academy is the place to send young, superpowered heroes. And our own Hank Pym is the leader of that school.
Oh, Hank Pym, how's your wife?
Whoa, hey, don't deflect here, man. I want to play a softball game. Don't bring my wife into this.
Isn't Avengers Academy the same academy that was turned into Norman Osborn's brainwashing camp after the superhero Civil War?
Osborn was defeated. Enough said.
Irrelevant. Are there concerns about being infiltrated by villainous elements?
Other than Hank Pym, absolutely none.
None? You don't call inviting as a member that mutant terrorist Magneto has some sort of infiltration?
You have to allow for rehabilitation. And don't the Avengers count both the Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver as members of their team?
And who's their daddy?
How about
Where do you stand on family values?
That is a great question. Mr. Summers?
You're actually asking this question to this playboy millionaire who leaves a trail of hearts behind him?
He's so dreamy.
This coming from the guy who's on what number wife is it? Now, is this one the clone of the first one? Have you backed her up too, just in case something happens?
Absolutely. When you got something good, Tony, you don't let it go.
I declare war on you!
We better handle this, Hank. Come on, let's go. We should take care of it.
Into a crater when I am done!
I think you should probably sober up first, Tony. Handle this.
First one gets there, handles it. Avengers assemble!
It almost brings a tear to your eye, doesn't it? Now, ladies and gentlemen, are you prepared for the fact that 100% of the votes are accounted for, and we do have a winner in the Avengers vs. X-Men Rally and Debate of February 2012. Our winner is the Avengers with 51% of the vote, narrowly squeaking by the X-Men with only 49%. So our congratulations go out to Tony Stark, Hank Pym, and all of the rest of the Avengers in overcoming the mutant scum, Scott Summers, Professor X, and all the rest of them. We only hope that they don't come back and kill us for losing. That's all we can hope. Now, at the event itself, we wanted to congratulate a few winners. Mr. Brent Brefka was one of the Avengers voters. We hope we're not alienating his civil rights by telling you that. And he won a $100 back issue gift certificate at Back to the Past just for being on the winning side. In addition, 4 different folks have won their choice of one of the 2 Avengers vs. X-Men rolled posters that are going to arrive over the next couple weeks. As soon as we get those in, we're going to show those to you and let you take your pick of those. One winner is Thunderbolt Ross for his fantastic garb and attitude for the evening. Ms. Ann Mullins, Mr. Justin Deeks, and Mr. Craig Stone, all with fantastic signage, and we thank you for your amazing support of the event. And of course, we're looking forward to the Tuesday night release party coming up April 3rd, I believe. It's the first Tuesday in April. And on that evening, now that we have a clear winning side, Back to the Past will be an Avengers store with a number of Avengers specials going out that evening, and we will be releasing full details on what that entails, and we hope you'll support that night as well. There's going to be some awesome goodies here that we're going to be giving away to you. So thanks everyone for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the rally and debate, or at least enjoyed this video presentation of it, and we'll catch you next time.